What are they doing to help separate themselves from the competition in today's environment?
Yeah. Great question, Kevin. Once again, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, been some great companies, and being a CRO and a CMO really leads to very passionate in this space that Aviso's in. When you think of the question of like today's world and what are they doing, the big thing that is right top of mind is there's just no headcount, talent's hard, and the reality is that you've still got to get sales productivity in sales numbers. So you got like, a $1 billion company still got 10, 20% growth, whereas they don't have the headcount growth. So that always leads to sales productivity. Now there's a couple of ways you can get that, train your existing force to be better. A lot of the times with ramp times and yield, et cetera, you haven't got time for that. So more than ever, people are, talking to me about sales productivity tools, right? And the reality is, I think that the past haven't really delivered the ROI, whereas with revenue generated AI tools, it gives the promise that they absolutely can. And when I look at some of the things that we're doing in this space, they definitely do things that are important, like get insanely better forecasting. It's an important one. Now, not just, like current tools or older tools sort of all come together in week 12 and week 13. Like, we all match now and, tick. It's about week 2, week 4, week 6, week 8. That's where it's really important. And the other thing that's really important is the timeline of that, but also what they're telling me is the ability to look at the globe, look at theaters, look at regions, look at teams, right down to the rep level, and then right down to the deal level and back again. Why are those two things important in sales productivity tools and in AI revenue generation tools? Is because if you put those two together, you can get ahead of it. So what I mean by that, you can get into the integrating with coaching and sales enablement, because you're giving information to the manager at week 4 or week 6 where there is issues, rather than all do sort of look back at the quarter. You're actually doing it proactively during the quarter. The other thing they're telling me, that just want to pause on that. That's a big one. Why is that a big one? Talent's harder than ever, as I said. You're not getting the head count. So you've really, really got to look at the new sales force, the generation that they're in right now, versus sort of what we had 20 years ago. Probably more technical sales force today, but definitely other areas less trained. So we've got to give them the tools, and we have the tools. We don't have the time and money, but they still need to ramp. So we need to get productivity tools that the managers and the reps can use and give true value. The other part is it needs to work right across the organization. CSMs, we've used a lot of sales tools have been in sales. We've got to have the CSM, the inside sales, the business development, right through to have a consistent customer experience. So that's the summary of where I think people are starting to look on how they get sales productivity.